Shelley Whitehead is a relationship coach, well known for working with individuals to help them enhance the relationship that they have with themselves. Shelley, welcome to the Health and Fitnessize show.
Donna, it's really lovely to be with you. Thank you.
You're a successful relationship coach, working with your clients, bringing about profound change in their lives, be it whether they want their dream body, their dream life, or their dream relationship.
So what I find when the client comes to see me, they are really experiencing an issue that's very painful for them, be it that they need to lose 40 pounds, be it that a relationship has ended, or they want to exit a relationship, or that there's a huge life transition. And I look at the client's life along with them, and we decide what it is together, what the next step will be. And it becomes quite a profound change. It's just amazing to see how everything with one little step starts to change.
What's the first thing that you'd focus on in their first session?
That first session is really important. So I look at where my client is, where they want to be, and what the obstacles are in between. And then we look at how they're going to take that first step to get from where they are to where they want to be.
Why do some people have these dreams but actually fail to realise them?
That's a profound question, one that we know to be so true come January time, when people set these amazing goals for the year, and really by the middle of January everything's changed. We've lost sight of the goals. In fact, they're long forgotten. I liken it to an iceberg. When we look at an iceberg or look at pictures of an iceberg, there's only that tip of the iceberg that sticks out. But what lies beneath the surface is unknown and potentially huge. And it's like that with a person. What they believe consciously and unconsciously, and it's the unconscious part that generally is the driver for our lives. What we believe drives our lives, drives our decisions. And if we're not really certain about the unconscious beliefs that are the driver, we know when we find out more about them, how they've been manifesting in our lives and what we've achieved. So why people fail to achieve very often their dreams and their goals is because unconsciously there's sabotage going on in a belief system and in a behavior. Very often I find the behaviors and the beliefs affect the results. So we've got to find out what drives us unconsciously to get to what it is that we really, really want. And once we've discovered that, we can overcome so much.
How do you discover that? What's the process for that?
I have a process of finding out what the belief system is, tapping into my clients' values, looking at where the needs are not met, and then honing in on the process. And I listen very carefully. It's very easy to establish what a rubbish belief or a limiting belief is. And I quickly show my client how easy it is to change that belief into something that is really very positive, and why it isn't true. We can't substantiate a rubbish belief or an unhealthy belief, but we can certainly substantiate why the opposite is true. And once we've established that, everything starts to change. It's like magic.
You use a process called the fee principle. How does that work, and how does it help your clients live an unlimited life?
I love my fee principle. There are 3 elements to it. It starts off firstly, your focus. Now I know, and a lot of people do know, that whatever we focus on increases. So whatever we think about, what dominates our thoughts, comes into being. The important thing is to get that focus on what we want, not what we don't want and what we don't have. So we start focusing on what we want and where we're going. The second part of the fee principle is expanding your life. And we look at areas to expand your life. We can use the example of achieving your dream body. You're going to hang out with people who have similar values and goals. You're going to expand your knowledge on nutrition, on exercise, and whatever it takes to lose the 40 pounds, to put on more muscle, whatever it takes to get there. And then enhancing your life enhancing your life starts within. It's about living that dream life, what it is that makes you feel great on a daily basis, what it is that makes you feel vibrant when you get up in the morning. And we'll look at, again, the 8 areas, but it's also about raising the bar in your life, and I'm really huge on that. If you really want to live that dynamic, very happy, vibrant life, you've got to hang out with very vibrant, dynamic people who will enhance that space.
That makes sense.
Definitely.
Do you think in order to be really effective in the working with people that you have to have gone through a lot of pain yourself?
I believe that having gone through so many of the experiences that my own clients experience gives me a lot of credibility. It also gives my clients a lot of hope. I'll use a personal example of losing a partner. I lost my first husband to kidney cancer. So when I'm sitting with a client who's lost his wife or she's lost her husband or partner tragically, and they're feeling completely bereft, I can say to them in all honesty, you're going to be okay. I promise you will work through the process, and at the end of this you're really going to be okay. I experienced a very similar situation when my second husband decided he didn't want to be married anymore. For me, that came out of the blue. And it was quite amazing in my practice that for many months afterwards, I started to see clients who were experiencing the same thing in a very, very high state of anxiety. And I remember being in that state of anxiety where nothing made sense to me. So when I can sit there and hold them in a safe space and empathetically and compassionately help them through that situation. And many of my clients may have heard, or I will explain to them that I've been where they're at. It really makes them believe that they too are going to have a life that makes sense in time to come.
Thank you so much for agreeing to talk to us today, Shelley. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's really been very enjoyable, and I hope some of the principles and processes, can enhance the lives of anyone who's watching. Thank you.
Thanks again, Shelley.
Fitnessize.